Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again. It's another week. It's another week of SFR, and it's Monaco, or as we like to say here at SFR, welcome to hell. Back alongside me this week, I've got Sven. Sven, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Looking forward to this one. Not so much having to actually race it. I feel like the pressure's off a little bit tonight. But what are your thoughts?
It's a hard track. A lot of mental game here. Staying focused every corner. One bad corner and your race could be over. So it's not that much about pace, I think.
Yeah, we were just obviously saying to each other before coming on live. You know, normally most of our 50% races here at SFR tend to last between sort of 25 and 30 laps. This one's 39. It could be extended considerably due to safety cars and VSCs, and possibly it could rain. Although I don't think anyone is wishing that. But apart from me, because I wouldn't mind if it rains tomorrow night.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't rain on Wednesday.
No. It's, I've done a couple of wet practices and it feels okay. It's almost pedestrian around some of the corners, but yeah, it's an interesting one.
Yeah, I think like when you get to the top of Casino, the long left-hander, and then you have to switch to the right hand. That's a really hard corner. It's easy to spin out there.
And the tunnel as well, when you're coming through there in the kink, in the wet, is difficult as well. So we'll just have a quick recap over the drivers' standings going into Monaco. So last week we had Spain, and we had a win for Senna, first one of the season, which has shot him up the league. But if we go through the standings, currently we've got Brumi in first place, still maintaining that first from the very beginning of the season. Luke in second, Senna now up to third, and he'll be looking to continue that sort of form here where he's showing good pace. We've got X-Gamer then coming along with Dave Shaw just behind, Romsey, Mad G, Pro Oliver, Cod Oliver, Topics, who is back this week I believe, or is it next week he's back? Who have we got in the Alfa Romeo? We've got Dave Shaw, and that is it. So Topics isn't back this week. We've then got DCG, who's coming back down to GP4 as a reserve driver. Zander, Shadow Britain. We've got Lights, who is reserve as well. James Hook, Racing Podge, Sonic Hawk, who's away, still celebrating getting married. Congratulations, Sonic. We've then got ISRL, Tommy, Gisalodian, Energy Dan, Need for Speed, who has a qualifying ban this week. So if you wonder why he comes out just to get his setup switched on and then retires, that's why. And then we've got a couple of reserves with Ryan Van Doom and Cadwell. In terms of the championship and obviously the people who have shown consistency, Sven, do you think this is the sort of track that will continue that form, or is it one of them ones that's up in the air where anyone could win?
I think if you are a driver in the midfield or the back of the field, this one is your shot to win a race. Actually, anything can happen. I mean, you see Brumi doing really good maybe, and like I said, one bad corner and his race is out, and a safety car happens and someone doesn't have to pit and suddenly he's first. So I think this one can shuffle the things around.
So we're into qualifying.
1 minute and no one's out.
Yeah, a minute and no one's out.
If anyone isn't going out, you can probably write the weather situation in the chat, maybe.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to...
Yeah, there we have sunny race and quali.
The sunny race and quali, brilliant. I think there will be some big sighs of relief once they've seen that.
Yeah, I think they didn't want to go out first to crash out and get... If someone crashes out before you, you don't start last.
Yeah, there is that. What would you do? Would you stay in the pits and just do 2 or 3 runs, or?
I would probably try to get 2 rounds quite fast.
Yeah.
Just first one, just set a lap in, get a time, get a delta to follow, and then a second one, quite a pushy one, and then I would try to get a third one, which is all or nothing, I think.
Yeah.
And if you finish that one good and you have time over, you can do a fourth one at the same strat, if you have the time for it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely worth getting a solid lap in first.
Oh, Shadow Britain hit some walls there. Does he have any damage? I don't think so.
It's definitely worth getting a good lap in. You know, just before you do go and throw everything at one.
Absolutely. Let's see here, we have McLaren first. It's Broomy.
So we'll
He's
see
going for it.
Broomy go around Raskas, and now on to the start-finish straight.
A little bit late on the DRS and the corner.
I see someone's lost an end plate literally just coming out of the pits as well. So Need for Speed retires due to his qualifying ban. So that will be him starting in P19.
Quite tight, quite good line here for Broomy.
Yep. Comes into
locks
the
up a little bit. I have to pay my respects for Broomy not driving with ABS.
Yeah, I can't do it. So
me neither. I think it's a good lap so far for him.
Falling down to the S's at the end of the tunnel. Really difficult part of the track. He's got through there though. Really easy to invalidate your lap there.
Absolutely,
well.
Invalidate and hit walls here.
Yeah, with your rear left, should I say?
Yeah, both on the exit and entry.
Yeah, that can flick you round really quick.
Let's see here. This one is quite difficult too. Oh, a little bit wide. He makes it.
Pulls it in tight to the pit wall.
Let's see, 111. Oh,
111.6.
yeah.
Not a bad
that's
effort
a good lap.
for a first go. A little bit cold as well.
And then we have 16.6, 15.3, and DCG on the... That's a nice one. I mean, it's the first lap. You just get a lap in to get the delta going and not risking starting last.
No, definitely. So Luke comes in with a 112, and Senna goes first with a 111.1 on the mediums. Great lap.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a really
X-Gamer. X-Gamer going 10.9 on the softs. I think we're up for a good one here.
There we go. Just Ben asking in the chat for the lap data times.
So. Oh yeah. We have Sander going around on the hards. What do you think about the qualifying? I know we shouldn't discuss too many tactics and stuff for your race and my race, but going out on the hards and mediums on this track, is it even worth it? Considering you have to start quite far up the field.
Potentially, if you're really confident. So let's say Senna on the mediums. If we stop qualifying now, he's in second on the mediums, so he's in a great position. If you're confident of your pace and you think that the mediums can get you on them first couple of rows, then by all means, I think it's a great strategy to go for. However, I would say softs if you really want to guarantee yourself the very best qualifying that you can. But the problem is, do you then qualify on softs and end up 7th because 6 other people are faster than you? You catch yourself in that awful position between sort of 7th and 10th where you can't change your tyres before the start of the race. So it's a real tough one. I mean, my qualifying pace isn't great. So for me, it's a case of what am I going to do tomorrow night? I'm still not sure.
Absolutely. And one hard decision is also, can I get into the top 10? Because if I know I can't get into the top 10, then you just go for the softs.
Yeah,
But if you end up 9th or 10th, that's crucial for the race then.
So
Because you can absolutely do 2-stopper here, or 1-stopper I mean, but
yeah,
the softs are not going to take you far.
no, and I know there's a lot of people struggling with tyre wear early on in the race. I think people are looking for softs to get them to sort of lap 11, 12, and then pit either to the hards. I know the strategy given to you by the system as a default is softs to mediums, which I think is risky. But at the same time, your strategy is likely to get thrown into the air with safety cars.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, anything can happen. It's always good to start by the first guys, but sometimes if you're 10th, 7th on the mediums and a safety car comes out, you don't have to pit.
No, there is that benefit
with
as well.
this patch, the odds are that it's going to be another safety car. So it's hard to say, really hard to say.
Oh, Lights invalidates his lap after 2 purple sectors.
Oh,
so that
no.
should be him pulling into the pits.
Yeah, we have Maggie on the mediums, on the outlap for Cod Oliver and Luke. X-Gamer. I think Cod Oliver is the first one around now to do a lap here. He's on the start-finish.
Yep, we'll watch Oliver as he comes across the line. Into turn 1, all goes wide, and that's lap's done.
He doesn't break his wing though, but the lap is done probably.
No, I've noticed with that corner, if you line the car up straight and tap the wall, it's obviously your wheel that hits the wall.
Yeah. He's still going for it, I think. He's on. He has full engine power from his team here.
Another
but he also has
here.
James Hook. Oh, I mean Shadow Breedom going behind him.
Shadow out on the hards again. Or is this his first flying lap?
Let's see for the second sector. Is he up on his time? Yeah, he's up on his. He's down on his time. I think he's going for the pits.
So our championship leader Broomy has put himself into 4th position for qualifying. Oh, we've got a
situation here with
Renault
Maggi
going slow. Yep, has lost his front wing, so he'll be going back into the pits. And if you're looking to qualify on the mediums, obviously you only get one set. So going out on an out lap and halfway around a flying lap, binning your front wing. Obviously, if you're going to try and do another run on them mediums, it's just reducing your race time. As X-Gamer improves his lap time there with a 1:10.5 on the softs. Great lap.
That's a good lap, really good lap. Senna is on a lap here now too, through the tunnel. Ooh, a little bit fast in there.
Yep, definitely worth breaking early for that one, and then getting the power on early to come out.
Purple sector 2 though.
Is he going to get held up?
No, Dave Shaw moves out of the way.
Brilliant, great work.
We have
from Dave
Broomy
Shaw
here.
There. He's going to get a toe off of him, so this could put Senna into pole position. No, he's given the lap
he's
up.
supporting. I think he thinks that he will wait with the mediums because he's still 2nd place, and starting 2nd on the medium is like a dream coming true here.
So our championship leader Broomy on a flying lap now comes down into the hairpin section. Really difficult section, and with 19 cars coming into here at the start of the race, yeah, it's going to be interesting, I think, is a word to use.
Absolutely.
So for those of you watching on the chat, if you want to go daring and give us a prediction on who's going to win the race, probably one of the most difficult races of the year to predict a winner at.
Yeah. Well, I know, I said after last year, this was my 2nd victory in GP3 And I was so mentally broken after this race that I said I was gonna quit and go for the
Oh, Dave Shaw picks up
third
a 5
crown.
grid penalty as Broomy improves his lap time and moves up to 3rd place in front of DCG. What is going on at the back
lights going for 5 place grid penalty too there.
Ah, so people have hit each other coming into the pits. So Dave Shaw's picked up a 5 grid penalty and Lights has picked up a 5 grid penalty as well.
Yeah.
At this point here, what would you do? Would you go out and just do sort of like a 4 or 5 lap run just to get a feel for the track and just take wherever you're going to qualify?
I mean, a 5 place grid penalty isn't the worst thing that can happen, so I think I was...
Oh, we've lost Luke from the session.
Oh, that's not good.
Hopefully Luke can make it back if that's a connection issue.
Yeah. I would probably go out and on a little bit more fuel, do a fast lap as I can, and then maybe do 1 more lap just to, or a fast in lap or something. Because you're probably not going to end up starting on those soft tires anyway, so...
No. So we've got Energy Dan now coming around Raskas, yet to set a time. He's out on the hards, and he comes into the pits again.
In. We have 4 people not setting a lap. Need for speed, of course, with the quali band though, but 3 people.
So we've got Psychomich sliding his way through the hairpin section. Really easy to overheat your tyres here, and once you do that, the quick changes of direction can become very difficult.
Yeah. We have Pro Oliver on a medium lap right now, going to the tunnel.
Down to the chicane, and
that's a better one.
It's a better line, yeah. Good line through there. How many people do you think are going to finish?
I'm gonna, with confidence, say 12.
Okay.
Ooh, tight one for Oliver there.
Come on,
get it, boy.
And he does improve.
Oh, on the mediums. He improves on the mediums.
Good lap.
Yeah, absolutely. He's 5th on the mediums now. That's good.
Okay.
He's going fast around. I think he's going out for the softs again, just to be on a safe lap around in case of something happening.
Romsey on a lap, now coming through the swimming pool section.
Ooh, this chicane is hard here.
Luke's back. So as Romsey comes into Raskas, pulls it round, and he's aborting the lap.
Yeah, Raskas can be really hard to get your brakes in, but you have to brake in a straight line. If you turn your car the slightest when you brake, you're almost hitting the wall.
Psychomich come through. And it looks like he's going to be coming into the pits.
Is in the tunnel.
Yep, Psychomich comes into the pits. Pit entries and exits around here, really difficult as well.
Yeah, I think pit entry is quite easy. Pit exit though, that right corner, if you touch the wall, your wing is broken already in the exit.
Yeah, kind of a real deflating way to come out of the pits.
Let's see here, can X-Gamer improve anything else? Yeah, he does it.
He does, he goes another 10th faster with a 1:10.4. Almost colliding with the McLaren as he came out of the pits. Problem is, people want to hold that tight line coming down the start-finish straight, but obviously the pit exit comes straight onto the track.
Yeah.
So something to definitely be wary of in the race.
I think it was a couple of incidents in the pit exit last year.
So Mad G puts himself up into 6th on the soft tyres and then loses an end plate, but he'll be coming in at the end of this lap.
Yeah.
This is his flyer.
Yeah, this is his flyer. Yes, 0 laps on those. Oh,
it's interesting.
No, this is not his flying, I think.
No, something there. We've missed him. Set the lap. James Hook has retired from the session, so James Hook will be starting at the back.
Oh, I think we had Giselodian touching the wall there. And
he's
the
invalidated
lap.
Yeah. So for those of you watching, I'm sure you'll appreciate keeping up with the incidents around here is going to be somewhat difficult, even with Sven and myself overlooking the race.
Okay, energy down on the mediums here. Last try. Go on, my Ferrari brother.
So it comes through Casino. Really nice couple of corners if you get that right.
Absolutely, it's the best feeling in the world when you can get that right-hander right.
Yeah, if you can clip that camber on the inside and just get the power down towards the hairpin section, it's a really good feeling. But then on the flip side of that, if you get it completely wrong, you just feel like throwing your controller and giving up.
Yeah.
So nice line through the S's by Dan. Ex-gamer retires. Lost in pole. Interesting. Has he done his runs? Or... Oh
no!
Dan's had a big accident in the swimming pool section, and that is qualifying over for Energy Dan.
Invalidated too. Can we get DCG on the lap though? Through Raskas? On the softs?
DCG now comes over the line. And DCG sets a 1:11.1, so he goes back ahead of Broomy, but still behind Senna. So Senna looks like he's holding on to...
Oh, Broomy third.
Oh, still on the front two rows. Not so sure why Lights has just come out. With no time remaining in qualifying, I'm not sure what... Okay, he's just driven straight into the tyres to retire himself from qualifying after coming out with no time left. Interesting.
I think it was maybe looking like the time remaining for the lap to end, and then realised his mistake or something.
Yeah, interesting. However, we do condone driving into the walls.
Senna is on an out lap, but he doesn't have any time left.
This looks like a flying lap.
Yeah, I think I might have some...
So Senna crosses
delay
the line.
Or something.
No. Doesn't improve. So that's qualifying over. We've got Broomy coming into the pits as well. I think Shadow's on an invalidated lap. We've got ISRL Tommy. He's not improving. Dave Shaw is on a lap. He's now coming through the swimming pool section. Takes the curb nicely into Raskas. Does he get this right? Nice and tight.
Come
but
on,
don't
mate.
hit the wall. Onto the start finish straight. Nice
Come
line
on,
coming
mate.
out of there.
Get it, boy.
And Dave moves himself from 18th to 6th with a 1:11.4. Great result.
Yeah, absolutely. But let's talk about Senna, 4th on the mediums. Dream position.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
It doesn't matter if it's an early safety car. He can go in on the hards and do the whole race on the hards. I think we're done, right?
So Senna
We don't have any people out.
goes around. That is it. Okay, so that is qualifying. So if you want to run through the finishing positions for qualifying, Sven.
Yeah, we have X-Gamer on pole, and then we have Lights on the second, and the second row is Broomy with Senna, and then we have DCG in 5th, and Dave Shaw in 6th, and not Dave, I mean Luke Shaw in 7th, and Maggie on 8th, Pro Oliver in 9th, and Rumsey finishing top 10, and continuing 11th is Cod Oliver, Psychomich behind him, Sander in 13th, Shadow Britton in 14th. Then we have Tommy in 15th, Giselodian 16th, James Hook 17th. Need for Speed with the time ban, not last, because there is energy then without the time.
Okay. So, we go on to the race. Hopefully the guys give each other a bit of space for the formation lap. And while we now are 6th race of the season, hopefully the guys understand when a safety car comes out to leave a bit of space during that as well.
Yeah, this track could be hard behind the safety car if you don't leave enough space
I think
in front
one
of you.
thing for the person in front when the safety car comes out is it's bad enough already that the safety car has come out and potentially made you give up any space that you had. But also going from sort of lap pace to safety car pace and then back to lap pace can be quite difficult for concentration as well.
Absolutely. Let's see if we have a formation lap this week.
We do. I seem to be... Oh, there we go. I was a little worried then. I seem to be stuck in onboard camera shots.
Oh,
So,
we have Senna in 3rd. Lights had a 5
he had a
place grid penalty.
5 grid place penalty, as did Dave Shaw, who now starts 11th. So we've got Lights in 6th after qualifying 2nd, and then we've got Dave Shaw.
We also have to say welcome to Ryan Van Doom, who's back in 20th.
Oh, he's here. Wow, so we do have 20 starters. So Ryan Van Doom takes up the last Alfa Romeo spot. X Gamer comes through the tunnel. Quite a fast formation lap from X Gamer. Seems to be quite a
really
gap.
pushing this one. Question is, do you really want to push that hard on the formation lap to get hot tires? It's a quite hot track in general.
Yeah.
But I think they're keeping good pace right now, giving each other space. Yeah, X Gamer is doing a qualifying lap around right now.
Probably quicker than I could go in qualifying anyway, so. So as the cars start to line up on the grid,
we have someone really far behind. Oh, it's Ryan Van Doom.
Lights has left the session.
What happened there? Yeah, his car is ghosted.
Yep. Okay, that's one less to cause any incidents going into turn 1 as the green flags are waved, the lights come on, 4, 5 red lights, and we are go.
Or not.
Or not.
Come on!
Okay,
there we go.
Yep. Interesting there.
Oh, Senna, good start.
So Senna goes straight up into 2nd place. Down the field, and it looks like everybody has got through turn 1. Excellent.
I think so.
And we have a safety car.
Oh no, what happened there? Is it anyone? Oh, it's in the 3rd corner. I have some delays there. I can't see any broken front wings. Van Doom has a broken front wing.
And we have a safety car for a broken front wing.
Yeah.
Well,
and we have a 5-second penalty for Prolder, ignoring yellow flag.
Need for Speed picks up a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Energy Dan.
Let's see here. We have damage now on Need for Speed 2. So 2 broken front wings for a safety car. That's not a fair trade in my opinion.
No.
I thought it was a good start for everyone. I mean,
yeah, it looked like they all got through the first few corners really well.
I think I would pay like £50 for this good start on Wednesday.
Yeah? How much for you to be in first?
Oh yeah, that's...
another 50?
Maybe my student loan, I don't know.
Oh wow, okay. I'll see what I can arrange. So we've got Pro Oliver in the pits, we've got as it all sorts itself out. DCG
we have
now coming out of the pits.
DCG.
Romsey's in the pits with Mad G and Ryan Van Doom as well. So after all of that, we'll just get the
My question is, we have DCG going in for the hards already from 4th to 16th. Is it worth it?
I think now is a little bit too early.
Yeah, I mean, I think he can finish the race on the hards right now, but he will lose so much time behind all these people.
So Lights is still out of the session, but I will say, if we look at the guys driving around, the space they're leaving for each other under the safety car, very good. Senna a little bit close to X-Gamer, but other than that, looks like they're all doing quite well.
Absolutely. So I don't think anyone will pit right now, since it's already been one lap. But when do you think we can see the soft runners having dead tires?
I think the pit window for the softs is going to be anything from sort of, well, we've had a safety car, so potentially lap 9, maybe lap 8, depending on how hard you are on the tyres. But I think sort of around lap 8, lap 9 will be the window for the soft runners to start looking to pit.
Yeah, I think you can, if you're good with tires, you can absolutely push them to 12 laps. And you should push them as hard as you can, as long as you don't lose too much on it. But I think I totally agree, like 8-9 laps maybe. Around now maybe 10, because it's a safety car.
Yeah, yeah, and obviously easing up on the tyres. So just because we've got someone on the chat who's going to get a little bit upset if I don't give them a shout out, but Adam, also known as Whore Punch, just is pestering me to give him a shout out. You know, maybe we can wish him a bit of luck in finishing a race
He's
tomorrow.
saying you sound like an angel. What do I sound like, Adam? IKEA meatballs?
I didn't realise they had a noise as Need for Speed picks up his second 5-second penalty for hitting the back of Energy Dan. And Gisselodian picks up a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits.
Yeah. Light said he lagged out. Can someone invite him back, please? I don't have the privilege to invite you, pal. I'm sorry. And I hope for the driver's sake they're not watching the stream right now.
Okay, so the safety car's in this lap. X-Gamer will start to back the pack up.
Let's hope for a good restart here right now.
So the safety car is in the pits.
Yeah.
And X-Gamer is
going.
Interesting time to do it. Looks like Senna's got a great jump with him.
Absolutely.
Oh, gets it sideways out of the last corner, gives Senna a run.
Whoa! We have a run for the money here.
Oh, as he cuts the corner to keep the position.
Yeah. I think Senna had to give up the position there. He overtook him before the finishing line.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm pretty sure X-Gamer would have picked up a warning for turning in on turn 1.
I think so too.
There. But we're back under.
Senna broke so early, so I think it was having like, you have to let him through.
Yeah.
It was a good restart, right? I can't see any carnage.
No, so far so good. We've got Shadow moving up into 9th position, getting past the unfortunate Lights, who has dropped out of the session. Lights, neither of us can invite you back in, and obviously the rest of the guys aren't racing. James Hook has moved up 5 positions to 12. So a good run from
like
the Williams
boss.
guys.
Thank you, Adam.
Go further down the field, we've got Energy Dan up 5 places into 14th. Big loser so far. DCG losing 12 positions, having pitted. Romsey 8, Maggi and Oliver 11.
Oh, Energy Dan had a spin there, losing the wing a little bit in the pool area.
Okay, so he is either going to... He's going to continue.
Yeah. We have Need for Speed behind him with an end plate gun as well, so...
Yeah, so it's going to be DCG, Romsey coming up to them now at speed. And this is where Monaco becomes really difficult, overtaken. We've got Ryan Van Doom and Mad G in the pits again. So we've got Senna still chasing down X-Gamer.
What is your opinion on adding a DRS zone at the tunnel? I heard someone talking about it.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Because you've got the kink in the tunnel.
Yeah.
I think
it's like
health and safety reasons might.
Yeah, it's like 2018 Silverstone finishing line. The straight there, you had DRS all the way to the third corner, so you had to cut your DRS to do the first corner.
Yeah.
And that's why Ericsson spun out. I remember. I don't think it's a good thing to do the DRS in the tunnel here. No.
So DRS, as we talk about it, is enabled. So as we go down the list, we've got Brumi in third, our championship leader, with second in the championship Luke in fourth, and third in the championship Senna in second, with fourth in the championship X-Gamer first. So the top four in the championship all looking really good at the moment. Cod Oliver will be pleased so far to be sat in a comfortable fifth. Dave Shaw has got over his 5 grid penalty and moved himself back up 5 places into sixth, and we've got Psychomich 7th, Xander 8th, Shadow 9th, and ISRL Tommy in 10th. So as we come down into the S's, Senna still following closely. Very spread out on the field now, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Even with a safety car so early on. Oh, Senna flying through there. Shadow Britain picks up a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Ooh, and I think there's going to be a few of them because there's a lot of corners. Yep, as we say that, Energy Dan picks up one as well. But there is a lot of corners here where it
Senna
is so easy to...
going for it. He's...
That's risky.
Yeah. You have to have a really good exit on the last corner to even try it.
Senna's opportunity will come in the next 2 or 3 laps out of there because X-Gamer softs won't hook up as well. So if Senna can get a really good run on a tyre that will have a bit more life in it, that could be if he turns everything up when he gets the move done. But it is, as you say, such a difficult move to make anywhere here.
I think it's either that or in the pits. He's on the medium, he can do 20 laps if he wants to.
Yep, we've got a yellow in sector 1, and it looks... Oh, we've had a massive pile up.
Oh, what is happening behind there?
So Pro Oliver's had a massive off and lost his entire front wing. We've got Need for Speed with a good chunk of front wing missing as well. I think that was everyone that was caught up in that.
Yep. Okay, yeah, we have.
So we've got a virtual safety car.
Oh, no, now I get it. My UI is kind of glitchy because Ryan Van Doom is leading every lap.
Oh, X-Gamer goes in under the virtual safety car. So our leader pits, giving Senna Martins the lead on the medium tyres.
Luke pitting too?
Yep, so Luke is in the pits as well. That puts Bruni up into second. We've got Need for Speed picking up a 3-second time penalty. And Cod Oliver moves up into third with Dave Shaw into fourth and Psychomich fifth. Oh, that's tight as they come out of the pits. Wow. So X-Gamer's gone from first to ninth. Manages to avoid the wall coming out of the pits. And we've got James Hook up into the points in 10th and Energy Dan in 11th.
I mean, this is good for Senna. Sure,
yeah, so
X-Gamer is on new tyres and all that,
Ryan
but
Van
he won't do any overtakes, so...
No, that's the thing, isn't it? It's so difficult to overtake that fresh tyres, really.
Yeah, let's remember 16 seconds. That's a gap between them right now.
Oh, as Ryan Van Doom retires from the session, hopefully that's
poor
in
Ryan.
The pits. He has retired in the pits. We've still got Romsey, Gisalodi, Need for Speed, and Pro Oliver in the pits as well. So Senna not far from hitting some back markers, which fortunately with the way we do things at SFR, as Need for Speed picks up another 3-second time penalty. That's 2 in 1 lap. So we
Senna's
have a yellow
pulling away
flag.
from Brumi.
It looks like the virtual safety car is finished. We have no yellow flags. We've got a clear track. Greens all round.
X-Gamer is stuck behind Tommy now. Can even Brumi push so hard that he can get in front of X-Gamer right now?
Xander has gone into the pits, releasing Shadow on the hards into 6th, so he's in a really good place at the moment on the hard tyres.
Yeah.
ISRL Tommy close behind with X-Gamer, as you say, chasing him down on the hards as well.
The William guys wasn't doing really good in the qualifying, but look at the race now.
Yeah, 6th and 9th, really good for them, and both on the hard tyres as well. So on the faster tyre come the end of the race, it again is just that overtaking. As Mad G picks up a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings.
Yeah, you have either two strategies here. Go for a really good
Senna Martins picks up a
race
3-second penalty.
Oh, that can be crucial.
Especially if there's a safety car close to the end of the race as well.
Yeah, I was saying, you have two choices here. Either go for a really good race setup and
Senna gets
focus on the race,
Brumi's in.
or you go for a really good qualifying setup and try to get in front of everyone and you sit there.
Make your car as wide as possible.
Yeah. Let's see where Brumi is.
So Brumi comes out of the pits and
behind X-Gamer.
Yep.
But I think he catched up some seconds.
Yeah, he does
did.
look
He was
a lot
about
closer.
5 seconds behind earlier.
So that unlocks Senna Martins into a clear lead of 9 seconds over Con Oliver. Both guys on the mediums. Obviously Senna has a 3-second penalty. We've got Dave Shaw in 3rd, who still hasn't pitted on the soft tyres.
Oh, Senna made a mistake. He lost a half a second there in the chicane.
Still has both his end plates. Better to lose half a second than
absolutely
lose a bit of your wing. Really good to see Cod Oliver high up the table here as well. He's had a pretty rough start to the season.
Yeah,
the best finishes. Someone that does show good pace, but yeah, a little bit misfortunate. As Dave Shaw stays out on the soft tyres.
The question is, do we see any Ferrari strategy
Energy
happening
Dan
soon?
picks up a 3-second penalty.
We have Energy Dan in 10th and DCG behind him in 11th, but Energy Dan still has his broken front wing.
You've got to wonder, haven't you, is he going to shift over and let the faster guy through, or if there was ever a team that were into strategies and orders, I think it's safe to say Ferrari are the one. So we've just had DCG and James Hook pick up 3-second penalties as well. Go back to the lead, and Senna's pulled his lead back out to 9.5 seconds.
Yeah, I will never forget the Alonso Massa incidents when the radio check to Massa was, yeah, Alonso is faster. Do you understand what we're saying?
Yeah, I think we've seen that with Vettel a couple of times.
Yeah.
As well. Let's leave
Cod
it a
Oliver
couple
is
of
looking
laps.
good. He has an end plate on, but it's looking good.
Yeah, I do wonder around here if a strategy in your practice build-up is to just knock an end plate off and see how you get on in practice for however many laps without an end plate, and just almost become used to driving without one.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some tracks where you don't really feel that big difference. And then we have China.
Definitely one. So we've got Shadow here, who's backing up ISRL Tommy and X-Gamer, but he's doing a great job keeping them behind.
Okay, I'm just gonna cut you for a second.
You alright?
X-Gamer's on 4 laps hard. And 4 laps ago, when he went out from the pits, it was 16 seconds behind Senna. Now it's 26.
Yep.
It's 10 seconds on 4 laps from Senna to X-Gamer. Senna is on a mission.
He is. So we've got Brumi now about to join the back of the queue here with Shadow, ISRL Tommy and X-Gamer.
Yeah, and we have my man Psychomich on the 4th.
Yeah, doing really well.
Yeah.
On the mediums.
It's like I say
well.
every week, when he sticks on the track, he's quick.
Well, the McLaren seem to have a really good GP4 team, don't they? Pro Oliver picks up a 3-second time penalty as well.
Psychomich pairing up.
So Dave Shaw is in the pits. So that will put Psychomich up into third. We're now about to see a whole gaggle of cars. I think Dave Shaw's probably going to come out around 9th, 10th with the James Hook, Energy Dan and DCG battle.
We have Adam in the chat saying he knows how far
Energy
he can
Dan
go
picks up a
without
5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So Energy Dan has come in. And it looks like he already had a 5-second penalty as well. Okay, so we'll get back to the front. Senna continues to pull the lead. Looks really, really
I'm curious
smooth.
on Adam in the chat. He says he knows how far he can go without any end plates. I want to know how far you can go, Adam.
Senna gets it all really wrong coming into Raskas and comes into the pits on lap 13. Interesting.
I mean, he will be second. He will come out second.
Yeah, I just feel he could have pushed maybe 4 or 5 more laps.
Absolutely.
At least. He was still pulling away. So as Senna comes out of the pits, very close to the wall on the right.
Oh, don't hit the wall here now.
No,
that's
nice
good.
And easy.
I don't want anyone to win the race that way.
No, it's an awful way to do it.
I mean, X-Gamer, his strategy was good going in the virtual safety car, but he's really stuck behind Tommy here and Shadowbridge.
Yeah, he is at a point now where he's literally waiting for them to pit. His Need for Speed picks up another 3-second penalty. So we've got James Hook in 8th place at the moment, doing really well.
Shadowbridge still, Tommy is
still he's in 4th.
Keeping a 4th.
Oh, we've got a spinner! ISRL Tommy spins. And unfortunately, X-Gamer...
I think he touched the wall there. On the left rear. But his wing is still intact, so that's good.
Yeah. Oh, and his tyres have overheated from the spin.
No.
And he's now struggling.
But he can pit to the hards now.
Yep, I think we'll see him dive in. Yep, he goes into the pits, which puts James Hook up into 7th position.
7th. We have DCG back in top 10 now. Together with Luke.
We do. So we've got Cod Oliver out in front. He hasn't pitted on the mediums. Senna has pitted. He's literally eating away at the gap that Cod Oliver has.
He's 2.5 seconds behind Cod Oliver now, and he has done his pit stop.
Senna comes through the tunnel. Not a nice place to be stuck with a ghosted car there.
Absolutely not.
Can really throw your sight off, and you focus on the apexes as well. So Senna gets the gap down to 1.9 seconds. He has lost an end plate though.
Yeah, I can see that. But Cod Oliver doesn't have one too, so...
No, and he's literally taken 2.5 seconds out of Cod Oliver in 1 lap.
3 seconds for X-Gamer. But that was really close for Senna to cut off his second end plates right there.
Yeah. So we still have Shadow in 4th. We've got a yellow in Sector 2.
Oh, what happened?
And that is Senna. No, it's not. It's Mad G. Need for Speed picks up another 3-second penalty. So looks like Mad G's had a bit of a spin. His tyres look like they're overheated.
Senna... No! Cod Oliver... He didn't brake in the time, so his front wing is gone.
Not the worst time for this to happen to Cod Oliver. If the virtual safety car is out for a little while, he can get back to the pits.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
as long as he gets back to the pits.
Complete front wing is gone.
I don't want to jinx anything, but I have to. I think I have to apologize to
Need
the
for
GP4
Speed
drivers.
picks up a 5-second penalty. Wow, guys had more penalties than Liverpool.
Like I said, I have to apologize to the GP4 drivers, not to jinx anything, but I said 12 people would finish this race. They're driving superb right now.
Yeah, so far we've just got one out, so Conor Oliver waits to come into the pits. He's been double stacked by his teammate there. He takes his 5-second penalty as well, so that's a long pit stop. A 5-second penalty, a front wing change.
Yeah.
Wow, so he's now dropping down the order. Need for Speed gets a 5-second penalty for crossing the pit lane exit as well. I think we may see a disqualification come soon for Need for Speed, because I don't think there's much more we can get a penalty for.
Yeah, you can have 30 seconds, I think.
So
I remember me and my brother were practicing for Mexico last year with Fefster Felix. That's the first time I realized you could get disqualified for penalties, because Felix got disqualified, I think, 15 laps in.
It's safe to say he's come on. It's safe to say he's come on a long way from there, because he is looking absolutely blister in the practices. Definitely, if I were to pick a favourite for the win tomorrow, because I'm confident enough that it's not going to be me, I would say that Felix is definitely one to.
And he's good around this track too.
For. Yeah.
He got on the podium last year.
Okay, well that makes sense. So we've now got Tom on the hards up into third.
Yeah.
And he's still keeping X Gamer behind him. X Gamer's looking, but it really isn't the place to make a move.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing he can do right here. All Britain has to do is get a good exit in the last corner.
Yeah, just save the ERS, turn it up to overtake, and he'll keep that position quite easily. So Senna now has a 12-second lead over Sykomich. Broomy picks up a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Senna gets a little bit loose through the S's there.
Now Broom is up to X-Gamer 2.
Yeah, obviously Shadow's going to be feeling the effects now of 17-lap-old hards, as we see him outbreak himself a little bit going into the S's. But you know what, he's doing well. He's driving really, really well.
Absolutely. I mean, one pit stop and Shadow is still in the top 10. He's out around Dave Shaw somewhere.
Yep,
I think the delta here is around. The delta here is probably 18 seconds something.
Yeah,
I think.
So Sykomich, who still is yet to pit in second on the mediums, has done 18 laps. So this is where I was at. We're saying that Senna could have gone a little bit further on the medium tyres.
Yeah,
but
I think
so far so good for Senna.
Yeah, I think safety first. If you don't feel confidence on the tyres, you have to pit.
Oh, very close to the wall coming out of there. Wow. So we've got an absolute gaggle of cars coming through the hairpin section.
Now we have Shadow behind the ghosted car there, letting him passing. That was good.
Sykomich picks up a 3-second penalty, so that Shadow picks up a 3-second penalty.
If Senna keeps pushing like this, he has one free pit stop.
He does, and Shadow doesn't go into the pits and continues. The frustration for X Gamer right now. He's gonna go for the move. No, thinks better of it.
Yeah, you can see the frustration. He's going really close right now and sticking there, trying to pressure him to a mistake.
And that's really all you can do around here, isn't it?
Yeah. He's doing the Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton is really good at that. Oh, X Gamers lost one end play too.
DCG into 6th. We've got Luke in 7th with Dave Shaw in 8th, Sander in 9th, closely followed by Cod Oliver, who dropped all the way back down to 10th, who's really close to Sander coming through there. Wow.
I think Shadow is keeping a good pace though, because DCG and Luke isn't catching up to them.
We've got Mad G coming up to the back of Cod Oliver and Sander now as well. James Hook still goes around. We've got a yellow in Sector 2. Need for Speed retires.
Where was that?
He's down just after the S's.
Oh yeah.
And Dave Shaw has left the session. Dave Shaw's dropped out.
No.
What's happened here? X-Gamer's got past Shadow. So he's got the move done coming down the start-finish straight. Psychomich has finally pitted as well.
Now you can see X-Gamer going to push here. And he hit the wall the first thing he did. But his car is okay.
Yeah, it was already that end plate he'd lost, so got away with that one. ISRL Tommy picks up another 3-second penalty. Psychomich, after his pit stop, back down to 10th behind Cod Oliver. Literally just slips in between.
Yeah, you can already see a gap. He's out of the DRS right now.
X-Gamer gets another 3-second penalty from pushing though.
Ooh, that's not good.
Senna with 22.5 seconds, as you say, can take a free pit stop. He's not going to be far off being able to take a pit stop and have his front wing replaced if he wanted to as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to say, I was drinking coffee earlier to get prepared for this race with all the action, but it's such a clean race.
Quite calm, hasn't it? Quite calm, quite clean, and yeah, you got to take your hats off to the guys.
Of course, that's a good thing.
So we look at James Hook in 12th place. He's 5.5 seconds behind Mad G, but looks like he's closing in. We've got Xander's gone into the pit, so this is going to put James Hook up into 11th. 1 place off the points. He'll be desperate for a point round here, and he'll be over the moon if he scores one as well. Shadow still in 3rd, managing to keep Broomy behind as well. So Xander comes back out of the pits in 14th. We jump back to our leader Senna. He's already over the start-finish straight, starting lap 23, and he has a 24.5 second gap over X-Gamer. We have 16 laps to go.
Yeah, we have a couple of guys with penalties right now, and that could shuffle around the order a bit, but if we get a safety car right now, it would be mayhem on the track.
Don't let Senna hear you say that. Now up to 25 seconds clear. Broomy still all over the back of Shadow, who I have to say has driven a great race. To start on the hards, stay out, get himself up to 3rd position. He held off X-Gamer for as long as he could on tyres that were done.
I think if he pits now, he's still behind Luke, and then we come out 6th.
Yeah, 16 laps on the mediums towards the end of the race on a real grippy track. Energy Dan picks up a 3-second time penalty. Dave Shaw's back in the race. But no, this would be perfect time for Shadow to come into the pits.
Oh yeah. I forgot. I was watching Psychomich making a move on Dave, but I forgot he's disconnected.
Mad G's up into the points, and Mad G's got James Hook chasing him down. James Hook only on 6-lap-old mediums in 11th place as well.
Yeah, and if we don't have Dave Shaw reconnecting, we have James Hook on the points right now.
Oh, there's wing all over the place coming out of the S's. So is that Mad G that's lost more wing?
It was Dave Shaw. Dave Shaw lost the wing.
Wow.
And we have James Hook on the points.
He is. He's just squeezed through Dave Shaw just as he comes back in. Dave Shaw will be absolutely delighted to see that his Ghost has managed to take off the front wing.
Yeah, that's not fun. Dave Shaw's Ghost is pitting.
I think he's back in now. He's got
I hope so.
Aren't ready at him for him.
It's never fun to see a guy disconnect.
No. So Senna now leads by 27 seconds. ISRL Tommy retires from the session in the pits.
Where? Oh yeah, it's in the pits, okay.
When we look at where Senna is, he's now about to come up and lap Zander, who is in 12th. That gives you an idea of Senna's pace around here.
That's insane.
Pro Oliver sets the fastest lap with a 1:14.0. 1:06 lap old mediums. That's a good lap. However, the gap from himself to Dave Shaw at 18 seconds is going to be difficult for him to pull that back in. Senna getting right up on the curb as he comes down into the S's.
Just to illustrate the gap between the first and second is when X-Gamer crosses the first sector line, Senna is in the chicane after the tunnel.
He is. And if we look at this, Shadow Britain has managed to get himself a bit of a lead over Broomy. So, we've got a safety car.
Oh! Come on!
And what have we had
now
here?
we're talking. Now we're talking action.
Dave Shaw has lost it in... Oh, he lost it just after the swimming pool section. Mad G has got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety. Oh, that takes Mad G out of the points.
No.
However,
Mad G.
Right now for James Hook, 8 lap old mediums. Psychomich, 4 lap old hards.
Cod Oliver. I mean, we also have... Oh, look at this.
So Shadow is now up into second.
Senna has to pit right now.
Well, the problem is he's caught behind the safety car.
Yeah, but look at the gap. He's half a track ahead.
Yeah. Hopefully he has enough time.
He will have time to pit.
But what does
safety
he put
car
on?
came out.
What does he put on? Because he started on the mediums. He'll have a scrubbed set from qualifying.
DCG stayed out on 24 old hards.
Wow. So he's going to push and go to the end. So after...
Whoa! Shadow jumped X-Gamer in the pit. He's third.
Yeah,
he's first on the fresh tires.
Oh, this is excellent for Shadow. Third place. He's done his pit stop. He's got fresh mediums on for 13 laps. Wow. Adam in the chat just saying if Senna pits, he will have fresh mediums. So we'll keep an eye on Senna. The gap now 39 seconds. As he comes round the last corner.
If he doesn't have any mediums left, you can go soft because you're low fuel.
He's in the pits. He's coming in.
Yeah. He's repairing his front wing too, I can only imagine. So no, he does not. He doesn't want to risk it.
He had the time. Mad G picks up a 3-second penalty as well as his drive-through. I'm not sure if he's... He won't have taken that because you can't take it under the safety car.
I mean, look at DCG, he's second on 24 old hard. But does that matter? If they can't pass behind him?
This is true. And this is where your concentration has to be at its very best, because what Shadow needs to do now is realise he's got the better tyres. Oh, Energy Dan picks up a drive-through penalty as well.
No. Look at Broomy, he jumped X-Gamer too. X-Gamer must have been held so long.
He has, and Broomy's come out on the soft tyres.
He lost 2 places only in the pits. That's a nightmare for the Renault team. I mean Red Bull.
So it looks like the safety car should be in on this lap as Energy Dan unlaps himself. James Hook in 9th on 10 lap old mediums. Still got another 12 laps to go on them, so they're not going to be too wonderful at the end of the race, but
no. My question is, did Luke make a mistake not pitting? Because his tires must be done soon.
Energy Dan picks a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane as well. And Energy Dan retires from the session. I had a feeling that would happen. Safety car is out for another lap. So the safety car stays out.
Yeah, one more lap. It's good for Maggie. Trying to catch up the field.
So Hunter in the chat saying that Ollie's got 10 seconds of penalties from illegally overtaking an AI Ghost under the safety car, and obviously the AI Ghost won't retake the position.
Yeah, if he leaves that to the stewards, I think they will remove it.
Yeah. So at the moment, Con Oliver
I'm not going to promise anything because I'm not the steward.
No, it is down to the stewards.
In my opinion, I think it should be removed because the ghosts are really weird in this game.
We see some of these weird and wonderful penalties where people touch a bit of grass when the safety car's out and get given a 5-second penalty.
Imagine if that was for real.
I mean, at the same time, I must have to say, unless you are evading an absolute disaster in front of you, there should be no reason why under a safety car you're driving on the grass. So
yeah, I can agree with that.
I mean, if you can drive on the track at full speed, surely under a safety car you can keep it on the track as well. So safety car is in this lap. Senna will now start to back the pack up.
And if you can find any grass in Monaco, I would give you all my money I have on me.
That's student loan.
Yeah, that's student loan. You won't be rich.
You've lost that twice now, you know. So Senna backs up the pack. The safety car is in the pits, so it's now down to Senna when he launches. He's holding them back.
Let's get a clean start here, guys. I think he's gonna go on the last corner. He's going now.
And he's got a good jump. Well done. Shadow messes his jump up a little bit. Giving DCG a gap.
We had something going on there.
So as all the cars come through.
Come on, guys. That's a good restart in my opinion.
Yep. Guys have done well there. So Senna
what is happening? Everyone is driving so good.
No, it's good. It's what we want to see. This is how it should be.
Yeah, of course. I'm happy about it, but I'm shocked at the same time.
Yeah, I know. If you look at the last sort of 5 races when there's been safety cars and starts on a racetrack where you've had loads of room going into turn 1.
Shadow is attacking DCG right now.
But this is the thing. Where does he get the move done? I think it's got to be out of the final corner. He's got to tee it up for a nice run, turn everything up, open up the DRS.
We have side-by-side action. Broomy
James Hook picks up a 3-second penalty. So Broomy, championship leader, doing what he can to get himself up the points. He's going to have Senna Martins breathing down his neck if the results stay as they are. Gisolodian's disconnected as well. Senna sets the fastest lap of a race with a 13.9.
Yeah, Luke's tires are done. He's sliding all over the track.
Mad G picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane when doing a drive-through penalty, not the race that he wanted.
No, I feel sad for Mad G. He's such a great guy.
He does have 1 minute and 13 seconds over Pro Oliver, so he's not going to lose the place. So Broomy will now be looking to maximise them soft tyres while they are at their grippiest. Oh, he's tapped the back of Shadow there. Need to be careful with that.
Plate, I think.
Yeah, he has. Senna already up to 7.2 seconds ahead. But if we look at it, you've got DCG on 28 lap old hards. He's not going to be able to run with fresh medium tyres. Really surprised that DCG didn't pit, and you can see him sliding out of the S's as well. He's struggling for grip.
But I mean, DCG, he can finish the race on those hards, and you see it's hard for them to pass him, but the one I don't get is Luke on 22 laps mediums.
Oh, he is sliding everywhere.
He won't finish the race, Luke, on those tyres. He will get a puncture.
No, he had a puncture in Spain, didn't he, as well? So DRS is now enabled, so this is now when Shadow looks to try and get as close as he can to DCG coming out of the final corner.
Mate, look at Senna, he's 10 seconds lead already.
Yeah, he's much like
Senna,
Spain.
if you're watching this after, I want to know what you're on. I want the same.
Whatever he's found in the last couple of races, I know he had his misfortunes in Baku, he disconnected in China, but he's bounced back with a win in Spain, and now...
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember every penalty on this race, but Senna, he has...
Ooh, he picks up a 3-second penalty
one
there.
More now. Yeah,
he was really close to the wall.
Curse. Speaking of it...
So imperative right now that you stay calm. Xander picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier, remember, when
James Hook picks up a 3-second
about driving
time
safe and slow. And I said, I'd rather drive fast and don't do well than drive slow and do well in the first laps, except when you're in a good position with like 10 laps to go. That's DCG right now, driving slow, just securing this position.
Shadow is all over the back of him. Oh,
yeah,
that's tight. If you look at what he's doing to the gap, he's now 15 seconds behind Senna. I'm not sure what Pro Oliver is doing.
I have no idea.
Xander picks up a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. But yeah, Pro Oliver coming back past the faster cars. Yeah, strange, very strange. So Cod Oliver picks up a 3-second time penalty. We've got James Hook in 9th, but I know he's got a couple of 3-second penalties.
X-Gamer is struggling.
I'm pretty sure Romsey, I've not seen pick up any penalties.
Oh! Ooh! Shadow is close now. He's trying.
Oh, that's close. That's too close. Don't go up the inside there. That's not going to work. Oh, Shadow.
Yeah, this is
oh, Brummy's gone for the move. Shadow nicely round the outside.
Yeah,
that's excellent driving. Wow.
That's a good one.
And this is the guy that did get the overtake of the race in Bahrain when he overtook Senna in turn 3, or what is turn 4. So Senna now 21 seconds in front. He's already going round the last corner. 5 laps to go. We'll keep flicking back to this battle for a second because we've now got X-Gamer up to the back of Brumby. Oh, we've got a spin in the background.
No.
Oh, James Hook picks up a 3-second penalty, and I think that's through evade in action as well. I think that's one thing that the stewards will need to look at, is if you have had to dive out of the way of a spinning car and been handed a penalty for it, yeah, what happens?
Yeah, I think it's all up to the situation. The stewards will look at it and decide if it's a penalty or not. But if you're avoiding an accident to keep yourself out of an accident, I think it's good to cut the corner.
It so close.
Yeah. I mean, it has to. His softs are...
He's gone for the move this time, and he's got it done this time.
That's a good braking right there.
Oh, it's X-Gamer.
Yeah,
tries to get up the inside of Shadow. Oh,
not
that's not going to work. Tom getting attacked from every angle. Broomy will now be going after DCG. Tom just needs to keep it calm. He's still in a great position in fourth. Got Cod Oliver bouncing across, 3-second warning for cycling.
Yeah, we have penalties which we don't know yet, so anything can happen in the
I think the one we're safe with is Senna. He's definitely okay with a 25-second lead. But this battle for second is phenomenal, because now Shadow's back up to the back of Broomy. And hats off to DCG, 33 lap old hards, and he's keeping off guys. Oh, Broomy runs wide and hits the wall a bit.
I mean,
Broomy lost his other end plate, or was it the same one? Oh, he's got him!
Oh!
DCG
went wide.
And that unlocks Broomy into second, so...
X-Gamer's going for it, but he...
doesn't get it done.
He went too far.
We've now got Luke right up to the back on them 27 lap old mediums as well.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop talking right now, because every time I mention anyone, something happens to them.
Well, if you could watch and do anything for me tomorrow night, it'll be greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
Oh, Shadow into the S's. Looks like he's in there really hot, but I think that's DCG just struggling with the tyres. Oh, we've got an accident in the background.
No, it's Cod Oliver.
Oh, we've got Oliver reversing across the track as well.
He has some...
Picks up a 3-second penalty, and I think Psychomich has got some serious wing damage as well. He has, he's lost the entire... Cod Oliver retiring on the circuit as well. And that's brought out a safety car. Unbelievable.
Oh my
For retiring on the circuit at the very end, or has he lost it in the corner? We don't know. But
now you have problems for DCG, because does he go in, or does he stay out?
Well, Senna is past the safety car, so what does Senna do? Does he hasn't got a set of softs, has he? Or has he?
No, yeah, maybe, I don't know actually. He went from the mediums to the hards to the mediums, so I think he must have a soft set to the left, I think. Yeah, he's going in. He has a free pit stop, so he has to. Does he fix his front wing right now, maybe?
There's going to be potentially one flying lap once the safety car goes.
Oh, we had a 5-second penalty too.
He's got the time to take it.
Yeah.
The softs go on. He's away. Broomy still only now coming into the swimming pool section. But, wow.
Yeah, DCG is staying out. Everyone is staying out. Do we finish the race under safety car now, maybe?
Don't think so, because it will come in
with one lap.
Whether they push it to come in a lap earlier. Ben's asking if you can do a penalty check. I don't know if you can have a quick look over it while we're under the safety car and make any sense of it. It's going to be difficult because there are so many.
The question is, do we want to check, or do we want to keep it a surprise?
I'll leave you in control of that.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
yeah, I could maybe do driver to driver, because the other one was ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing some checking here, and you see. Ooh.
So all of this has put James Hook up into 7th. Luke still out on their mediums. He's in 6th. Safety car in this lap. So the safety car's coming in a lap early, which this is going to give Senna 2 laps on fresh soft tyres to do what he can.
Yeah, and I have some really weird information about the penalties right now. And I don't know if I want to say them or if I want to keep it a surprise for the end, but yeah, I can say it. I saw Senna had 2 penalties and Brumi only had 1, but Senna served 1 in the pit stop. So I don't know if it still has 2 penalties
Oh, Brumi
or not.
slid it. Oh, Brumi has got the restart
DC
horribly wrong.
And DCG had to wait for him for the green lights.
Oh,
no, X-Gamer. That's a bit far, X-Gamer.
James Hook picks up another 3-second penalty as X-Gamer and them go side by side up the hill. Oh, he's put him into the wall. DCG loses a bit of front wing.
X-Gamer putting his elbows out right now.
Senna already 2.5 seconds up on Brumi. 3 seconds. Wow, half a second in one corner. Jesus. 3.2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm looking over some penalties right now, and I can only say it will be exciting to see.
I don't just to try and make sense of it all though, because you've got add from one, multiply from another. I think it's we're here to commentate. We're not maths teachers, so.
Yeah,
Senna
I'm actually studying to be a math teacher, so.
Oh, okay. Well, then you should be really good at this.
Yeah, but the problem is when you look at the people, it doesn't say how many seconds it is. It only says penalty. But yeah, Senna is pulling away
James
right
Hook
now.
picks up another 3-second penalty. James Hook adding a ton of penalties. DCG holding in 4th, keeping Shadow behind, who's in 5th. Senna now 5 seconds ahead. We're on the last lap. For a long race of safety cars, this feels like it's gone really quick. X-Gamer right up behind Brumi now. This battle for 2nd place, and this is a battle for the championship, but X-Gamer gets Casino a little bit wrong. Gives Brumi some breathing space. Shadow's managed to get past DCG. Will he stay ahead now?
Oh,
he does.
Yeah,
He's got the fresher tyres. That puts Shadow into 4th. Pending penalties, or penalties pending, whichever way around you want it. Right now, I don't really care. What we are going to have to do is keep an eye on this as much as we can. Senna comes through the S's and comes into sector 3, the final sector on his final lap. And it looks like Senna is going to pick up. X-Gamer picks up a 3-second penalty, so that could be big as well. So Senna comes around the final couple of corners for potentially, until the penalties come in, I have no idea.
This could be a podium for Shadow.
Senna crosses the line for his 2nd win in a row. Now we wait for Brumi to come across the line, who's got X-Gamer all over the back of him. Mad G picks up a 3-second penalty. Brumi crosses the line, X-Gamer in 3rd. Shadow goes up to 3rd. DCG goes 4th. Luke goes 3rd. Wow. James Hook 9th. Romsey. Everyone's finished. Unbelievable. James Hook gets a point in 10th position. Wow.
Psychomich gets points too.
Okay, if you want to invite Senna in, hopefully this time he'll keep his language in check. I don't know if you watched last week's, but he was a bit fruitful when he came in. So we've got Brumi, Luke,
I was watching,
and Senna to invite into the chat. Guys,
Brumi, Luke, and
what a race! Yeah, can we also invite Shadow in, because I don't know if Luke's got his headset in, but if we can get Shadow in as well, we need to get Tom in without 4th place.
I have so many friends here right now. Where are they? Yeah, I'm doing this meanwhile.
So, wow, if we look at the penalties and the positions. So, Senna Martins finishes 1st, Brumi 2nd, Luke 3rd, Shadow 4th, DCG comes in with a great drive in 5th, X-Gamer 6th, Romsey without his penalties, or just the one, flew right up into 7th. We've got Psychomich in 8th, Mad G takes 9th, James Hook takes 10th with the final point. Outside the points we've got Xander, Pro Oliver, Lights, Gizelodian, Cod Oliver, Energy Dan, Dave Shaw, ISRL Tommy, Need for Speed, and Ryan Van Doom. But we have our race winner in. Senna, before you say anything, watch your language. Your 2nd win in a row, and you've taken Monaco, the one that they all want to win, but they don't want to drive. How was that?
Nerve-wracking. I mean, considering that for me personally...
we can just give Senna a moment.
Sorry.
You know, you've done well, but he did win. So
sorry.
Just give him a second.
Sorry, I came in too early.
How are you feeling after that one?
Well, to be very honest with you, I didn't expect it. I know I had some quali pace because I think I showed it to P4 on the mediums. I think my 1 lap pace was good, but like in all practice, I'm damaged it so much. I got so many penalties, so I wasn't really confident. I didn't have really confidence to the race, but I think this is one of the most dominant wins to be saying about myself in the league, but I enjoyed that so much.
Well, at one point you had almost 30 seconds on the guy behind before the safety car came out.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And then you think to yourself, you've built up another lead, and then another safety car comes out right at the end. We were all sort of trying to frantically work out where your penalties were at and whose penalties were where and where they'd put you, because honestly, I think if I had £1 for every penalty right now, I'd be retiring and jetting off somewhere nice. But a really dominant drive, and I'll go back to the practice session that we were in just before we'd done the race tonight, and I won't repeat what you said when you retired from the session, but it was something along the lines of I'm done with this track is, yeah. So to walk away with a win like that, you controlled the drive really well at the front. You know, both Renaults score points again because Mad G just slipped in 9th after the penalty, so another double point scoring weekend for the, or evening should I say, for the Renaults. But we'll move on to Broomy. Broomy, second place, great result. Yeah.
How was my race?
How was it? Yeah. Honestly, mate, I'm running out of the ability to talk after this.
No, it was pretty good. I mean, Sensei, had ridiculous pace. I knew I was not going to get near him, but then I thought at the end I might have got a bit of luck with that safety car. But I put the softs on, which I think was maybe a mistake at the end there. I should have maybe put mediums on because my tyres were dead after that last safety car. But I had a couple of good battles with Shadow. I hope it wasn't too much contact. I hope it was.
No, it's not too much.
It was
still got a good finish out of it, mate. Don't worry.
It was some good battles, and you had some good pace in that one as well. Couldn't believe it. You had those hards on for so long at the beginning.
Yeah.
Crazy, but no, it was a good race. I was happy. I'm happy with second because I don't think my pace was actually that great. But no, I'm happy.
No, and obviously for the championship as well, consistency is key. This race is one where you could walk away with nothing, no matter how fast you are. For the championship lead, to take a second place and another podium, another
it was good. All good.
Did we get Luke in, or is he still not?
It's not in yet.
Yeah. He hasn't accepted.
No. Okay,
yet.
So Tom, we'll go on to you.
Alright.
So if I'd have asked you before, or if I'd have said to you before the race tonight, Tom, you're going to go out tonight, you're going to do 20 odd laps on hards. There's going to be a safety car just as you pit for mediums. You're going to do an entire race without losing really any sort of front wing. Limited penalties. If you think back to all of your practice sessions, what would you have said and don't swear, what would you have said to me? What would you have said to me had I have said all that to you, that you were going to finish up 4th at Monaco?
We should have a big sign here, don't swear.
No, I'm not going to. Nah, but before that, I want to apologise for interruption during the stream. I should have realised.
Don't be silly. You're excited.
Talking. Yeah, yeah. But if you, like you say, if you were to say that I would have come in P4 despite all of those practice sessions, I would have snapped your hand off. I mean, obviously it was a little bit gutted not to get onto the podium, but because I've had the penalties, I think I've somewhat brought that onto myself. But nonetheless, I'm just really delighted with that race. But it was, for me, it was better than the performance than Bahrain. My best drive of the season.
I think a 4th place in Monaco outweighs a 4th pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
Especially again when we look back to sort of the practice sessions. I've had a few chats off of Discord and off of Formula 1 with you and that, and I know you were struggling with it and getting stressed, which I'm pretty sure everyone has at some point. But you've come away with a great finish. I'll hand over to Sven. Sven, if you want to just go through Senna, Broomy and Tom, just ask them some questions.
Yeah, mate, I don't even know where to start. Senna, do you have like 2 engines in your car, or?
Just doing the Ferrari track, mate.
I was like tracking your pace all the race, and pit stop for X Gamer 16 seconds behind. 4 laps later, he's 26 seconds behind, and then the safety car, you're pulling 25 seconds. I don't even know, man. Congratulations, though.
Thank you very much.
I have to say. I don't really have any question for you. You just keep
Congrats,
doing
Senna, by the way. I mean, that was an unbelievable drive again.
Thanks, mate,
You're
thanks.
on another level at the moment. It's crazy.
To be honest, I screamed at you, mate, at the last safety car because
I bet you did,
Jack,
yeah.
and you
I
all...
could see,
no,
I could see the little chat thing going. I thought
penalty.
he's going to have a moan now because I'm going to be directly behind him at the end.
Yeah, because you had
it was a
3
close
second penalty
ending.
and I had 6 seconds. So
I
I
knew-
had to pull a 3 second gap in 2 laps with an orange wing.
Did you put new softs on at the end?
I did.
Yeah, I thought you had because mine were dead, and I thought, I just need to try. And you were just gone within about 3 corners, gone.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I'm gonna just cut
Good drive,
video,
though.
guys, so we don't pull out the video too long on YouTube for everyone to see.
Yeah.
Broomy,
Yep.
you have to be like the best catch-up driver I know. You seem to
Well.
always like get behind and then you do good.
Yeah, I didn't have the best start. In fact, I think Senna got me on the inside on the first corner. I'd left my ERS at none for some reason. I don't know why I'd done that, but no, it was good. I mean, there was some good battles with Shadow, and DCG was around as well, but he made a mistake at the end. I think went wide, but he had more penalties anyway. I think so. I didn't know how many penalties you had, Shadow, so I wasn't sure. But
I had a 6 second penalty, and that
So
I kind of
3.
shot myself in the foot a little bit.
But I knew Senna had 6, so I thought I had a chance.
Yeah.
But nah, I'd have taken second if you'd said to me at the beginning of the race. I'd have taken second.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not only here. Like in China, you had an awful race at the start, and then you pulled points. And
Yeah, I went in the wrong safety car. I was at the back, wasn't I? Yeah. No, I've seemed to. Yeah, I don't know how. I'm having a consistent year this year at the moment. So, but a long way to go. I'm not thinking about anything yet. Long way to go.
Yeah,
Well,
congrats on the 2nd place too. And,
Cheers.
Finally, Shadow. Great
Yeah.
race.
Yeah,
I can't
thank you
say
very
anything
much,
else.
man.
I was like, we were talking about the stream during the race here. You're all doing such a good race.
Yeah.
I was expecting a mayhem or something, but I was drinking
Yeah,
coffee.
it was not. I mean, I was expecting like more than 10 retirements during that race, but luckily it wasn't as bad as it was. Hey,
No,
but
great.
even so, that was still.
Yeah, like I said, I don't have any questions
it's
for
still
you.
a
I
good
can only
boost.
praise you. Great drive, guys.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you
I would
very much.
imagine
Yeah, good drive, Shadow. Good drive.
there is quite a few people from each of the other tiers looking at you guys tonight thinking, I wish it was over for me.
I have my hand up.
And I feel exactly like that for tomorrow. The only thing I'll be doing is spending about 15 hours of the day doing a rain dance. For you guys, Monaco is over.
It's over.
We move on to Canada next. Just quickly, thoughts on Canada, Senna?
I love it.
Good, so you'll probably win.
Brilliant. That's not great then.
Rumi, other than starting 12th and working your way through, what do you think of Canada?
I missed it last year, but I don't know. I'm not 100%. I'm okay at it. I'm better than I am at probably at Monaco. Better at Canada than I am at Monaco. So hopefully, if I can get a second, if Senna has a mare or something, maybe I'll get a win. But we'll see.
Yeah, fair enough. And Tom, what are your thoughts on Canada?
Well, all I can say is that it's the beginning of the better tracks of the F1 season. So hopefully I can use this race as a momentum boost and a massive psychological boost for me personally as well.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
hopefully, I think for me personally, when it comes to I know we're doing Canada next, but I kind of feel like Silverstone is my best chance to get on that podium, but. Anything can happen.
You've been within touching distance 2 races out of the first 6 of the season, so it's heading in the right direction.
It's a positive start.
Guys, thank you for an entertaining race. Thank you for keeping it clean.
No problem.
Thank you to all
Cheers,
of
guys.
the GP4
Rumi,
drivers.
Senna, well done.
Senna, great drives, guys. Great drive.
Well done,
great
lads.
job, guys. And thank you too, guys, for the commentary. I will watch it.
Not a problem.
Yeah,
So
cheers for
I
that.
just want to say to you GP4 guys, your start and the way the majority were driving under the safety car. Really, really good. Set a great example for what it needs to be like. The first corner, you know, there was no incidents. We ended up getting a safety car straight away for a front wing that came off. So a real not needed. If we say that, but. Guys, that's everything done. For those of you watching, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for the notifications. A big thank you to the drivers tonight. A big thank you to Sven for joining me in comms. Good to have you back, buddy. But also, every week we always say a big thank you to the guys that make SFR possible, from Twitter to Discord to Facebook, the stewards doing all of the work, and I'm sure they're going to have plenty to look at after tonight and the races going forward. Tomorrow night, it's myself in GP3 with the rest of the guys. I'm not going to say anything else because I'm really not looking forward to it. But yeah.
I can say one thing. Don't forget a big thank you to Jimmy Mansi too. You forgot to celebrate.
This is I enjoy this far too much to be thankful. Brilliant. Okay, guys. Well, that's a wrap from us here at SFR tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night with Senna on comms and Dan joining him. Hopefully a wet race. I'll say it one more time because it's got to happen. But that's it from us. Guys, if we could all just pause a little bit of silence while I end the stream, and then you can say what you like once I've confirmed that we're off. Guys, thanks ever so much. We'll see you soon.